What's going on, everyone? Welcome to Valkyria Revolution. Let's press this chest. How are you guys? Hope you guys having a really good day. Listen. How are you? Fun thing. Okay, Valkyria Revolution is a 2017 action RPG game developed by Media Vision and published by Sega for the PlayStation 4, PlayStation Vita, and Xbox One. It is a spin-off of the Valkyria Chronicles series set in a different fictional universe. Yes. That's it. Its initial release date was on June 27th, 2017. So, but yeah. Anyways, we've played Valkyria Chronicles 1 and 4, but unfortunately we can't play 2 and 3 because, if I'm not mistaken, 2 is Japanese exclusive and 3 is PSP exclusive, and the second one is also PSP exclusive, so there's no winning with us. Anyways, but yes, a lot of people like this game, but a lot of people don't like it because, as far as I read, I think that this game doesn't play the same as the first one or the fourth one, which is like, turn based. But I mean, games are subjective, bro. You'll either like it or don't.
Ragnite, a mysterious ore that emits an azure glow. It contains a magical energy known as mana. Its discovery brought prosperity to the masses, thanks to a select few who could wield its power through alchemy. In due time, the mana engine, an alchemic device that uses Ragnite as fuel, was invented in Europa. The processing of mana itself became an industry, allowing the masses to access alchemy and sparking a revolution. This Azure Revolution transformed Europa. As the demand for Ragnite grew, so too did the conflict between countries. Thus began the Age of Imperialism, in which countries would expand their borders through aggressive military action. The revolution transformed mankind's history into one of endless war over the azure mineral.
It makes sense that the whole world was in, war with each other as the demand of this mana thing came into play. Of course. You know what we're talking about. That's like oil.
The Kingdom of Jutland, September 15th, 1954, EC. On this day 100 years ago, the European Liberation War that shook the country came to an end. Elsinore, the capital of Jutland, is lively in celebration for the centennial anniversary of the country's freedom.
Yo, who's gonna clean up the whole confetti, bro, off the floor? I feel sorry for the street sweepers because back then I think it was manual and no cars. You know what I'm saying? September 15th, 1954, EC. Grave of the Five, Molda. Here lie the Circle of Five, whose vengeful actions brought forth an inferno of war. With their execution, the blood of the brave legions is redeemed, and a just peace born. What? They rest eternally in the land of their birth, by the grace of the Holy Mother.
Meanwhile, in a grove far away from the bustling city, two people from the Institute of Alchemy stand before a grave.
I'd like to know the truth, Professor.
The truth? What of?
I've been researching the Liberation War for a long time, and after going through the records, I've begun to have some doubts. Like, did the traitors really commit treason?
The Elsinore trials have ruled it as such. The history books paint a similar picture, too.
I've seen the court records written by Lord Donovan Lindegard. The 5 traitors conspired to thrust Jutland into war for self-interest. They incited the citizenry to rise up, leading to the death of thousands. But is it even possible to start a war through personal greed alone? That conflict is now referred to as the Liberation War. The name speaks for itself. Doesn't the country as we know it exist exactly because they rose to action? Professor, you come from a line of instructors that spans 5 generations, all of whom taught at the Institute. And the time of your great-great-grandmother's tenure is of particular interest. I've heard that Princess Ophelia and the leader of the traitors, Amlet Gronkaer, were classmates and her pupils. Have you heard anything from your family about that period? How did the traitors feel? What did they think? Or why did they lead this country down the path of war? If there's some hidden truth, we should share it with the world. I've looked through a lot of historical documents and research papers regarding the traitors. I've reviewed historical facts and researched them time and again. And I've concluded that there's an important fact that remains hidden about the traitors.
And that would be?
I haven't gotten that far yet. Still, I don't believe that the traitors started a war for selfish reasons. Jutland won the war and underwent a massive growth. The fact that they laid the foundation for it should be ample reason why we shouldn't think of them as criminals. If I may be so bold, I even think the honor of those 5 should be restored.
That is quite a bold notion. There's no need to restore their honor.
Then do you accept the contents of that trial, Professor?
They didn't want to restore their honor. They wanted to watch over this area. That was their only request.
Huh?
It was for that reason they accepted the brand of traitor and the penalty of death that accompanied it. Their only wish was for all 5 of them to rest here in this land. Still, the people couldn't forgive them.
But it's clear that their request has been granted. Why is that?
It was done out of love, a complex one at that.
You have heard something then, haven't you? Please, you have to tell me, Professor.
Very well. What I'm about to discuss, as you've surmised, this is a truth that's been passed down by my family, starting with my great-great-grandmother. Listen to it in its entirety, and then decide for yourself if this is a tale that should be shared with the world. October 4th, 1853, EC. The region of Molde, where we stand now, became the first battleground in the war between Jutland and Ruse. Jutland's anti-Valkyria squad challenged the Rusi Empire. They were known as the Vannergund, and their commanding officer, Amlet Gronkaer, was one of the traitors.
Hey, Helena. That racket you've been making is getting on my nerves.
Huh? I'm just, trembling with excitement.
Looks like we've got a tough one over here. I expect great things from you, Private Anderson.
You can count on me.
I must be excited too. That's why I can't stop trembling.
You're just scared.
You're right. You ought to be following my example, little boy Bloom. I am the very paragon of vitality, vivacity, and virility.
Ugh, I'm surrounded by children. War's about to break out and you act as if you don't have a care in the world.
Excuse me? Miss Bridget, surely you're not including me with the rest of this ragtag rabble.
You're the brattiest one here, Isaac.
You're quiet as always, Tilda.
You're pretty calm yourself, Bridget, even though the enemy is practically within reach.
That I am. Strangely so. Once the battle starts, though, who knows what'll happen. I've been waiting for the day to take revenge on the Empire. I'll give no quarter.
Well, we have been pushed around a lot by the Rucks. Everyone has some grudge against them, big or small.
The old lady down the street from us died the other day. They couldn't find any medicine for her in time.
She was so nice.
God, this is unacceptable. As if we'll let an economic blockade kill us. If we're gonna die, we'll go out with a bang.
Just so. 'Twas to save my people from such a regrettable fate, so far as I am able, that I have taken up the sword alongside you. We must break free from the clutches of imperialism and put an end to this unjustly imposed embargo. Amlet Gronkair.
Yes?
I must say, I truly am glad to have joined this unit, for it has attuned me more closely to the will of my people.
Lieutenant Villefort.
Yes, sir.
Have the princess stand down.
Beg pardon? I still have matters to discuss with you.
I don't.
Must you always speak so obstinately? Even to your...
Come, Your Highness.
Godot?
Princess, when your commanding officer says stand down, you stand down. You're not students anymore.
Helena!
Aw, come on! Fifi's just trying her bestest, you know?
You always take the princess's side, Sarah. Why don't you become her handmaiden?
How rude! What's with the attitude?
Doesn't seem like they've bolstered their numbers nearly as much as the report indicated.
Even if they had, we have our orders.
Of course.
Watch over the princess.
Understood. Sorry for the delay, Lieutenant Gronkair.
It started.
Sir, His Majesty decreed at 0752 to all citizens of Jutland the annulment of our alliance with the Ruzi Empire. He has declared we're entering a state of war against them.
Anti-Valkyria Squad, prepare to commence operation. Our objective is to seize the outpost and take back our land from the Empire.
Everyone, please, lend me your ears. This is not just a battle, but the dawn of a war for our people's independence. May the blood of our own go unshed. And may we bring victory to Jutland, our country and home.
Jutland back then was in a state of poverty. The Ruzi Empire, who is in a long-standing alliance with our country, approached the other major powers of the world. Together, they launched a year-long economic embargo, which would later be known as the BRFH blockade.
BRFH. Brenland, Ruse, Frank, Hobstria. Those four powerful empires had ceased all trade and commerce with our country. With the blockade in place, the livelihood of the Judish populace was strained by a lack of resources. Jutland went to war under those circumstances.
Let's go.
Mission start. Okay, about time. Daryl, Bridget, and Helena, with me, will launch a surprise attack in the base. The rest of you, watch your backs. Will hit the enemy hard while they're still confused. Let's go. Okay, so approaching the enemy unit causes them to attack. Make use of the various actions to defeat the enemy. Press X to attack the enemy. Okay, press to. Okay. Charge. Okay. All right. Let's go. So, until ready appears again, you can guard and
Let's do this.
I swear I'm not drunk.
No problem.
Let's end this.
Okay.
All right.
Battlefields have numerous locations to hide. Press R1 to crouch at it. Be concealed, lowers damage to recover HP. Press R1 again to search for sandbags. Something like that, and then we hit. Okay. Okay, so how do I take out the gun?
Give you rocks.
How do I take out my gun? Screw it. Let's just hit her. Okay, they expels. Okay. Come on, let me play.
All right.
Oh.
I won't go easy.
They're still playing as if this is a freaking. How do I take out my gun? Oh, I see the gun. Okay, I see the gun. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Let me have the gun out. We don't even freaking use it. We don't even freaking use it, dang it. That's what I'm trying to say. There's more?
Farewell.
Okay. Alright, so before anything, man, I want to say that why would they spoil it like that at the beginning? Like, why would they tell us that Amleth is a traitor? That's what I want to know. Oh, they have a Tyrant, a T-Rex robot. Great. With guns.
They bring out the big guns.
The enemy forces are slow to react. I wonder if they're still half asleep.
Private Helena Anderson, ready for action.
Take it down.
Bold of us to bring freaking swords to a gunfight. Alchemic, aka tanks, are the Empire's greatest weapon. Defense is defense. Okay, dangerous. It's okay. So we have to weaken it first by hitting the legs. Got it. Hit the leg. Okay, so we can only hit like. Okay. We can't run, by the way. Makes sense, I guess. We got it. Jump to T-Rex. Okay. But yeah, I don't know why they would do that. Like, now we know that we're the traitor. I don't even know why we're even doing this mission anyways, man. We're going to betray our friends. Or squad mates, not friends. My bad.
Our tank! It's out of commission!
Where the hell are they coming from?
So they've finally taken the bait. Runner, send word to the motherland. Everything's proceeding according to His Imperial Majesty's designs.
There are several opinions about how the war started. One theory is that a desperate Jutland finally decided to mobilize, similar to a cornered animal. Another, that Jutland preemptively attacked due to intel that the Ruzi Empire was launching an armed invasion.
Please do not worry for my sake. Am I not a soldier too? I can see to my own safety.
Princess Ophelia. How audaciously admirable.
But, Fifi, you're still royalty, aren't ya? No princess left behind, says I. And no soldier, too.
Guarding your highness is an order from our commanding officer. You can leave your protection to us.
Nay. Surely that would ill serve us all.
It's over.
You mean he's dead?
Hey, you alright there?
I'm still so inexperienced. But I can survive. Nay, I must. For my country, I will.
Fifi!
Your Highness, wait!
She's not accustomed at watching. Okay, we gotta thing. We're getting job. We don't do as much damage as the other guy. Okay, wait. Have a gun.
Terribly sorry.
Yeah, this is awesome!
Fifi, we killed somebody.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, the combat is not
Yes?
that bad. I mean, it's alright, you know? It's a 1v1. Are we Rust? Oh, cruddy, we lost a 1v1. And our freaking... Oh. We got Kool-Aid in our hands. Oh no, she's freaking out.
Can you stand? Princess, can you stand?
Yes.
There a problem, Godot? No. The princess just won her first fight is all.
You okay there, Fifi? You look even paler than usual.
But of course, she's killed a man with her own 2 hands. Such is the way of war. However, if you intend to follow us further, you must grow inured to death, a friend as well as foe.
You really need to learn how to read the mood. Still, what you're saying is correct. For once. Your Highness, it's wonderful that you volunteered for your country. But if I may be frank, you're a liability. No matter how compatible you are with Ragnite, that has no bearing on your qualifications to be a soldier in the field. At this rate, someone will die protecting you.
Everyone, I apologize for this disturbance. I am quite all right now. I'm fine. Please forgive my lapse in judgment. Rest assured it will be my last.
Fifi.
Amlet. I defer to your authority. Please grant me leave to continue fulfilling my soldierly duties.
You got this?
Yes, sir.
Then prove it. That work for the rest of you? We've taken care of most of their monotech, so let's finish this.
Even my king father has never experienced the likes of this.
And this is true.
I am the princess. I am a soldier. Defender of the people, protector of the realm.
More enemies keep on your toes. Okay.
All right.
Jesus, Isaac. Okay, yeah, moving on. All right. Continue to panic. Okay, surprise attacks. Okay. Let's go. Yeah. So she took, you know, she took the life of an enemy, and yet she is like, you know, like, oh God, I can't believe I did it. It's over for me, my reputation. But hey, man, it just reminds me of the president from the United States
Who's next?
who like
Another win.
went to war, I think, and decided to go in the front lines. Oh no! I just noticed that the Elgato decided to stop recording, bro. Okay, listen, we got the mission complete and report. It's like, you know, I got an A, time at 5 minutes and 37 seconds. Enemy defeated 51 plus. It's an S. An optional objective was done, so we got a rank A, and we got 260 KR, which I have no idea what that is, but you know. But yeah, so anyways, you know, let's talk about it before we leave. Valkyria, what is this, Chronicles? It's no. This is Valkyria Revolution, right? I think it's an interesting game. I'm not gonna lie. You know, when I first saw it, I'm all like, dude, they actually made another Valkyria Revolution game. You know, I mean, Chronicle game. I didn't even know. And I thought this game was going to be like the remake of like the second one. But no, it's actually a game on its own. And like I said before, a lot of people like it and like a lot of people hate it. Pretty much it's like a 50-50, right? That, you know, people hate it. Well, actually, it's like a 60% that people like it and like a 40% that people don't like it. The combat's pretty nice. I mean, it's nothing wrong with it. It's not like the other ones, with like, it's like a turn-based. It's more of an action RPG now, right? It's nothing wrong with it, right? There's nothing wrong with it. What happens if I press X? Okay, so, you know, you have mission report experience, and you do get levels, right? So, you know, we were in level 3, so we went to level 4, and pretty much everybody went from level 1 to 3, which is pretty interesting. Yeah. So, you know, and like I said before, I don't know why they told us that Amleth was going to be the bad guy, like the traitor, pretty much. So I don't know why she said that crucial detail at the beginning, dude. There's no point in telling me the whole story. I don't want to know how he became the traitor, because I already know he's going to become the traitor, bro. If something goes wrong, if something goes awry, I'm going to have him in my mind. Be like, oh, look, the bookshelf fell because of the traitor. 100% he sawed off one of the legs, you know, up to the point where just a sliver of wood was connecting it. And, you know, one passed by it and it fell on him. So it's Amleth, 100%. I don't know, man. So who knows, man. I think on sale it goes for like $8, I think. So, you know, you can grab it digitally if you like. And yeah. So thank you guys for coming. I really do appreciate it, you know. Thank God everyone we're alive, because if it wasn't for him, we would have been in first place. I have faith in him, and I would have faith in him, because everything's going to be all right. You have to trust in him. And yeah, so yeah, oh, by the way, before we leave, in yesterday's video, in Heat, I decided against censoring it, because there was not really anything to censor, right? I mean, nothing too heinous, okay? So there's nothing really bad about it, right? I guess there's gonna be a patch if you want to get rid of the whole you know, like censor it, like uncensor it, maybe but that's on you, man. Like I said, if you like those games, you know, you go check it out. It's like $11 when it's on sale. It's like $20 when it's not. So, you know, pretty good games. Tomorrow, Nintendo Week, I have 2 games already that I downloaded that I downloaded, and, you know, we'll check them out. Monday comes, right? Check this out. Monday comes, and I might even jump into another gameplay. Been wanting to play this dang series for a long time now, and now that I have the chance, because it was like really super cheap. It was like 60-something cents or something like that, or like 80 cents on Humble Bundle, that I bought it for Steam, and I'm all like, you know what? I might just actually play the full game. So who knows, man? Who knows? So yeah, tomorrow we come... you know, Nintendo weekend, and if I'm up for it, like I said, we'll be playing a full game. It may be a horror game. Who knows, dude? Who knows? All right, guys, that's it. Bid is over reels, and I'll see you guys tomorrow with more games.